Last time on our hero's Pokemon journey, Brandon received his very first Pokemon from Professor Oak, Watt the Pikachu, and set off from his hometown of Pallet to become a Pokemon Master. After arriving in Viridian City and making new friends along the way,
Gary, we are not friends and we will never be friends. I want to see you get eaten alive by a Snorlax.
our hero left off just before heading into the Viridian Forest. What creatures lurk inside waiting for him? Let's find out.
Let's play Pokemon Yellow. Creatures of Viridian Forest. Welcome back to another exciting installment of Pokemon Yellow. Our adventure continues in Viridian Forest. I came here with some friends. They're out for Pokemon fights. You tell me they're all just standing out in the woods, hoping that another trainer will walk by and challenge them to a fight? Or are they out catching Pokemon? Because that's acceptable. If you want to avoid battles, stay away from grassy areas. I don't want to avoid battles. That's the very thing I want. Speaking of which, let's do it. Hey, a Caterpie! That's something we haven't seen before. It's the first Pokemon Ash catches in the anime.
Caterpie, the caterpillar Pokemon. Number 10 in the Pokedex. Caterpie is technically the worm Pokemon, but that makes absolutely zero sense. It's clearly a caterpillar. Why are we gaslighting trainers into thinking otherwise?
Yeah, that's a great point. It's definitely not a worm. It's a caterpillar. And don't you dare tell me that's the same thing. It's not. Worms and caterpillars all around the world will be deeply offended if you tell them that they are.
Regardless, Caterpie is rather frail in this stage of its evolution, and will struggle in fights on its own.
Rather frail indeed. You're not going to be doing much with the Caterpie. Not a lot of damage, not a lot of defense. You're going to be using Tackle and String Shot to slow your enemy down a lot. In this stage of its evolution, it's not doing you any favors, but if you want to raise one, Metapod also sucks. But Butterfree, I don't hate Butterfree. So, you gotta start somewhere. Caterpie, it is what it is. Following in the footsteps of Pokemon legend Ash Ketchum, it's also gonna be well, not the first Pokemon we'll catch, but it'll be the third. Alright, Caterpie was caught. Hell yeah, he was. I don't think bugs are gross. I think bugs are endearing and sweet. At least I feel that way about bug Pokemon. In the real world, bugs can, they can just screw right off. They can screw right off. I don't want anything to do with them. No, we are not going to give a nickname to Caterpie as he's not a member of our team. But we will love him nonetheless. We will put him in our PC where we will love him from a distance for the rest of the game. Okay, that fight was just another Caterpie. This is going to be the point of the game where we're going to start cutting out fights because we're going to run into a lot of stuff, and unless it's interesting, you don't need to see it. I'm not going to cut out everything, obviously. If there's something of note happens in a fight, Pokemon's learning a new move because they leveled up, or, I don't know, it's entertaining for whatever reason, I'll show it. That's fine. Also, some S-tier advice from this guy. Hey, Pokemon trainers should carry Pokeballs with them. Really? You don't say. Milkmen should carry milk with them. Did you know that? Let's battle our Pokemon. Hey, a wild Pokemon trainer encounter. Let's do it. We've encountered exactly one bug Pokemon on our adventure thus far. And yeah, there it is. Caterpie. Shocker, that's what he would have. Okay, so we can take this thing out with Watt. Thundershock would probably do it, to be honest. It's not a strong Pokemon. But I think I'm going to switch out here to our Pidgey. I don't hate the idea of getting this Pidgey some levels in case we need it later. The second member of our team, we don't have it yet. So, for now, we're going to use some of these Pokemon we're catching to supplement the fact that we only have Watt. And the first big fight of the game in Pewter City, just beyond Viridian Forest, is going to give us a hard time. It's going to give us a very hard time. We're going to be weak against that gym, which, to be honest, I'm actually totally okay with. And I'm planning it that way because Pokemon has this problem where it's just a little too easy. Especially these older games. It's kind of just spam your best move, and that's gonna get you to the end of the game. I want to make some, at least a few self-imposed challenges, and right here at the start of the game where our Pokemon, almost all the Pokemon you can find going into Pewter City are going to be weak against the gym in Pewter City. So we could do what I imagine everybody else does and get the one or two Pokemon that are going to be good against that gym, or we could go in with our main team and some shitty Pokemon and see if we can pull it off anyway. I think that could be fun. Okay, so anyway, Watt grew to level 7, and this Pidgey now grew to level 6. That's awesome. He's going to send out another Caterpie. I think I might just switch to Watt. Or I guess I'll do Rattata. Although it's only level 3, that's probably not going to do much. Yeah, we'll do what? I think our Thunder Shock might take care of it a lot quicker. I was giving Caterpie some flack for being weak and Pidgey for being so much stronger, but that Caterpie did a number on us there. We were under half health. Who knew? Oh, sweet, paralyzed it. Heck yeah. Is that our second paralysis? Yeah, we got a paralysis earlier when we caught the first Caterpie. That's awesome. I don't know what the percent chance on that is, but I will welcome it with open arms every time. Not only for the potential of Caterpie not being able to attack, but slowing it down. That's awesome. Critical hit's gonna take you down. Watt's gonna get 79 experience, and we defeated Bugcatcher.
Oh no, Caterpie, you can't cut it!
Buddy, it's a Caterpie. You went into this fight with a caterpillar against my bird. I don't know what you expected. But that is the beauty of Pokemon. It is the beauty of Pokemon. It's the only world where a caterpillar could take down a fully grown bird. If you want to count Pidgey as a fully grown bird. Oh, look at that. Another Bugcatcher. He wants to fight. Oh, but he's got a Metapod. Interesting. That's the first Metapod we've encountered. I don't think we'll whip out our Pokedex yet until we find one in the wild. That might be the way I have to deal with that. Well, let's hit her with a Thunder Shock. And see what that does for us. Man, still not strong. With a critical, that's not strong enough to kill a Metapod, hey? I know Metapod has a bit of defense, but he's not winning any awards or anything in the stats department, I can tell you that for free. Man, another critical hit. And that'll do it for Metapod. Okay, sweet. Level 8! Heck yeah! Oh, snap, we learned Thunder Wave! That's gonna come in real handy going forward. I love Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave is a non-damaging electric-type status move that launches a weak electric shock, causing paralysis if it hits, significantly slowing the opponent's speed and giving them a chance to be unable to move.
Thanks, Doris. Yeah, that's gonna be the name of our Pokedex. I love Thunder Wave. That's gonna come in real handy when trying to catch things. Status effects help with catch rates. And more than that, just giving your enemies less chances to attack. I mean, that's huge. Okay, that's gonna do it for Caterpie, and one more Metapod. Alright. Okay, so when I was going through Route 1, I was talking about how I think Pokemon sort of lost its magic over time. I don't think modern Pokemon games are quite as fun as older Pokemon games. And a big reason for that, I mean, I think there's quite a few that I could really break down in a whole video essay if I wanted to. But when you look at what Red and Blue, and Gold and Silver, and then even Gen 3, like what they were for the hardware was very impressive. We're talking about regular turn-based RPGs, but like with the option to catch 150 different Pokemon potentially for your team. That was like, that just feels so ambitious for the hardware. And I think, I know, since Gen 4, Gen 5 maybe, like every Pokemon game that comes out, it's just not impressive anymore. It's the same formula, which I can appreciate, but the innovation isn't there. I would compare to something like Zelda, where Zelda sort of, really? Zelda kind of reinvents itself every new Zelda game. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Caterpie. For the longest time, Zelda was the same formula, but they did something smart by like, people liked the formula, much like Pokemon, but they would redo the art style, and then they'd add something to make the game its own on top of the unique art style. Wind Waker having the big open sea, open world. Twilight Princess kind of resembling Lord of the Rings in a way, and having the wolf mechanics. Ocarina of Time on top of being the first 3D Zelda using time travel mechanics, which was so awesome for the time. Okay, I'm missing a Caterpie here, by the way, because I want our weak-ass Caterpie to beat this weak-ass Caterpie. Oh, nope, didn't think that through. Well, that was embarrassing. Battle of the Bugs, and I lost. Okay, we're gonna go to Pidgey here. Pokemon has tried to invent, or reinvent itself since they went into the third dimension. Sword, Shield, Scarlet, Violet. But, like, it's not enough. I appreciate the wild area. Hey, level 9. Heck yeah. I appreciate the wild areas and some of the open world stuff they're trying, but I can't help but feel like it's not far enough. It just feels cheap. We're talking about the biggest franchise in the world, and the animations of the Pokemon are just flat and weak. The storylines are just the same. They're worse. Team Rocket was like fun the first time, but now we're on the 10th generation, and whatever Team Star, Team Galactic, like, the goal is always the same. They're all personality-less characters. Your rival is the most watered-down character of all time these days. I actually like that the core formula is still there, but please do something big to innovate the series, because crystallized and Gigantamax Pokemon isn't that interesting. It's really not. This is a Metapod in the wild. That's the first time we've seen a Metapod in the wild. We're gonna try and catch this sucker.
Metapod, the cocoon Pokemon. At number 11 in the Pokédex, Metapod is the evolved form of Caterpie. Unlike your grandfather in the bedroom, Metapod is very good at getting hard. Really hard. But that's about all it's good at.
Don't you ever talk about my grandfather that way again. What the hell? You don't know what he's like in the bedroom. I don't know what he's like in the bedroom, actually. Metapod. Yes, it's very good at getting hard. And it knows Tackle if you raise it from a Caterpie. It's not gonna stay Metapod very long. Train it up a few more levels and you will get what you're working towards. Your precious, precious Butterfree. And who doesn't like Butterfree? And with that, Metapod is caught. I highly recommend, if you're gonna raise the Caterpie line, start at Caterpie. Metapod's only gonna know Harden, so raise the Caterpie up to Metapod. Getting back to Pokemon, I know in some of the spin-off games, they've innovated. Like Pokemon Arceus and Legends ZA, as broken as ZA might be, I can appreciate at least that they're trying new things, but I don't know, I think Pokemon needs a bigger change up in the main games that still stays to the turn-based combat. I'm gonna be the best, you just can't beat me. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Buddy, I don't think you're gonna be the best if you're opening up with a level 8 Caterpie. I hate to break it to you. Doesn't Caterpie evolve by level 8? Shouldn't this be a Metapod? Have you gone out of your way to keep this Caterpie from evolving? Because that's not cool, bro. It's not cool. Unless Caterpie gets decent level up moves before it becomes a Metapod, so maybe you would hold out. I actually don't know. I imagine it doesn't. What does a level 40 Caterpie learn? Like, if you keep it as a Caterpie, is it gonna learn Earthquake at level 40? Because I doubt it. The Pokemon theme is in my head now. I love that original Pokemon theme. One of my, like, top 10 theme songs of all time for a kid's TV show. That era of television, you don't see it a lot today, but TV show theme songs used to go ridiculously hard. There's a few other good ones for Pokemon, but I don't think any of them came to be quite as iconic as the first season's Pokemon theme. It's so good. So iconic. So many power chords, and I love it. It's just the most 90s sounding theme song you can muster up. So much heart. Soul. And you know what? Shout out to the rap at the end of every Pokemon episode. Some people I know have all the verses to that memorized. I was never quite the musical genius that could memorize that rap, but yeah, I enjoyed it once upon a time. Okay, we are really slowly chipping away at this Metapod. I was hoping we would kind of sweep it pretty quick here, but nope. Nope, that doesn't seem to be happening. Actually, in spirit of this fight taking so long, I should send out a Metapod of my own, and we should just have a harden off. He hardens, and then I harden, and then he hardens, and then I harden, and then he hardens, and then I get even harder. Like in the anime. From that samurai guy. Which, by the way, what a weirdo. Even as a kid, I remember that kid coming out of the forest with his sword. And he's just waiting for Ash? How freaking weird is that? Anyway, that's that fight done with. Defeated Bugcatcher. After all I did. Did what? You caught 2 bugs and said you were gonna be the best. Come on. Try harder. Weak. I promise you, that was a very uninteresting fight, not worth watching. Man, I feel like I'm actually lost in this forest. I don't know where the hell the exit is. I'm fairly certain we're getting close, but I couldn't tell you exactly where. Trainer tips. No stealing of Pokemon from other trainers. Catch only wild Pokemon. Yeah, I'm not Team Rocket, don't worry. What do we have here? A little potion action, that's nice to see. You know what, I maybe should go back, to be honest with you. I might be near the end here. I think I am near the end here. But, I never got that map from Pallet Town. I should probably get it. At some point I'm gonna want it. Hey, wait up! What's the hurry? There is no hurry. I am in no way ready to make it to Pewter City and take on Brock's gym. I'm really not. We're gonna struggle. With Watt being the only member of our team, I actually I might go back to see if I can find our second member of the team, because we could have got him already, but I was gonna get him just outside of Pewter City. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hint, hint. By the way, another trainer with just a Caterpie? Is that like, did you guys come in here with no Pokemon at all? I get the feeling that that's the situation here. But yeah, we can go back, and there's a route we haven't gone down yet, just outside of Viridian. And I believe we can catch something I'm looking for over there. So I'm gonna head over there right after this fight. And we'll go take a look and see what we can find. A little look-see-loo. And go get that stupid map! I don't care what Gary says. I'll give his sister the old smolder, and she'll give it to me. Alright, after that fight, I did walk up a little bit, and that was the end of Viridian Forest. So, I mean, we could've just went straight to Pewter. But we'd have to come back for this damn map anyway. Also, Pikachu leveled up to level 10. Didn't learn any new moves, but thought that was worth noting. Double digits, baby! Double digits! Well on our way to the Pokemon Have I checked out this tree yet? Bren found a potion. Thanks, man! I appreciate that trainers all around the world— aw, he's happy we found it. That's nice. I appreciate that trainers all around the world are just leaving their valuable goods lying around for us to take. That is Zelda logic, and I like it. Okay, let's head down to Pallet, and we're probably gonna avoid all these fights because it's Route 1, and I feel like we have no business being here anymore. When we got our starter Pikachu from Oak, I kinda wish they included the dialogue from the anime, where Professor Oak is kinda just passively being such a dick to Ash. He's like, trying to pick which Pokemon starter he wants. And he's constantly like, I'm sorry, that one was taken by a child who wasn't late. Like, he just keeps saying that for every single one of them. Like, you know they're all empty. You don't just say it every time. Oh, that one was taken by another child who wasn't late. Sorry. You know! You knew that before he opened it. You're just trying to be a dick about it. Okay, sweet, we got our map. I like it. I like it. It's even in color. Wow. I appreciate the ink you must have used. That would have been like $500 in the year 2026. So thank you for printing the map in color. Alright, I healed up at the Pokemon Center back in Viridian City. I'm gonna check out the Pokemart to see what we have in terms of money. I kinda want more Pokeballs. Okay, we got 11, 10. I'm gonna hold off on that for a minute. I would like to get in a few more trainer battles, and then we'll probably come back and buy a few more Pokeballs. I got a few left right now, so we can make that work for now. We got Watt, Pidgey, Rattata, Caterpie, Metapod. Okay, sure. So what we're gonna do is, I want to head down to Route 22, I believe it is, which was just to the west of Viridian City. And we're gonna go see what we can find over there. Those Pokeballs at your waist. I already talked to you. You just stand here all day, saying that same crap to everybody who comes by. Alright, we got a guy down there, being blocked by some trees. Oh, what's up here? Oh, is that just gonna be the tree from earlier? Yeah, okay, it's just the tree, which we can't do anything about as of yet in terms of cutting it down. Pikachu's doing well, that's good to see. Let's head this way, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. There's a green brick road down there. Close enough. And a little patch of grass here, followed by another green brick road. Let's see if we can find anything new here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. First try, baby. Nidoran female appeared. Interesting.
Nidoran female, the poison pin Pokemon. Number 29 in the Pokedex. Nidoran seems to want to be really clear about its pronouns. It's literally stating its gender right in its name. Imagine introducing yourself like that all of the time. Nidoran female is a very sturdy defensive Pokemon, which will only be improved as it evolves.
Nidoran female is cool. I like its design quite a bit. I don't think I appreciated it enough when I was younger. Once you start leveling this thing up, it's got great stats. It's going to lean a little bit more on the defensive side, but its stats, its typing with poison is really cool. It's going to get a secondary type later on as it evolves. And its available moveset is pretty solid. What it learns leveling up and what it can learn via TM is pretty awesome. I think we can catch this sucker. We'll get it down to orange. I think that's good enough. Let's toss the Pokeball and see what fate has in store. Be mine, Nidoran, be mine! Now you may find yourself wondering, will Nidoran female be the next member, the second official member of our team? You know, when I was younger, I really didn't appreciate the Nidoran family of Pokemon. They are quite good. They are cool Pokemon, and I just did not give them any attention when I was younger. However, Nidoran female will not be the next member of our team. On the other hand, we have a Nidoran male here.
Nidoran male, the poison pin Pokemon. Number 32 in the Pokedex. Nidoran must have a serious, insecure masculinity complex.
Don't we all?
It needs you to know it's a dude. A bro. One of the guys. Maybe that stems from its hot pink exterior.
Hey, whoa, Nidoran. Real men wear hot pink. And don't you forget it.
Compared to Nidoran female, Nidoran male is more offensively oriented in its stats.
That's very true. I would consider Nidoran male to be the more offensive counterpart of Nidoran female. Not that Nidoran female isn't offensively capable. They both are. One just leans a little more one way, one leans a little more the other. Nidoran male, I think, looks really sick when it's fully evolved. And I really like it. I think it's become a bit of a cliche Pokemon to use at this point in history, but I think it's a sick-looking Pokemon. And that is why I want to catch Nidoran male to be the official second member of our team. Come on, baby! Alright, Nidoran male was caught. I have never used one. I've never used a Nidoran male in any playthrough. I've never used any of the Nidoran family in a playthrough. So I'm excited to give one a shot. I know it is a pretty beloved Pokemon among other people, but I just never gave it the time of day, so I am here to correct that wrong and give it its own nickname, and we are going to go with another franchise that I loved growing up just as much as Pokemon back then. I can't say I care about it in the same light today, but we're naming you Obelisk, after Obelisk the Tormentor from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. He'll be transferred to our PC, so let's go get him. I adored Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up. Their episode structure of all the to-be-continued endings, Pokemon did something similar, but with Yu-Gi-Oh! That always felt like such a crazy cliffhanger to leave on, like 90% of the time. And I was just on the edge of my seat to know what would happen next in Duelist Kingdom, and then Battle City, and then all the other arcs that came after that, and I just loved it. I rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm almost embarrassed to admit this. I've rewatched it 3, 4, maybe 5 times in my adult life. One time, like, glued to the screen watching it, and then I've had it on passively in the background many times after that. And I still love it. Unlike Pokemon, where I think it is really, really targeted at kids, Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, yeah, it's obviously a kid's demographic, but, like, it's so dark for what it is. I adore everything about it. The monsters, the game, the characters, the music, the storyline, all the ancient Egypt roots the game has. I've always been kind of obsessed with ancient Egypt. So it really helps that that Yu-Gi-Oh! Really went hard on the Egypt stuff. And I think it holds up as an adult. As funny as it is, like, there's so much filler, and it's so overdramatic and silly, but I think it's in a very charming, likable way. That makes it entertaining to watch as an adult. And I just love the game. I love the show. The actual card game. I really like their cards, but I've never cared about the game itself. Back on Route 22, let's send out Obelisk against his little sister here, Nidoran female, and see what he's capable of. Now, we did catch this thing at a level 2. Luckily, our opponent here is also level 2. Battle of the Sexes! Who will win? Obelisk the Nidoran male, or the nameless Nidoran female? Men! Actually, I think I'm gonna lose. I think, as history has proven, yeah, female being the superior sex triumphs once again. It really threw me off growing up, because I thought Nidoran male was the female, and Nidoran female was the male based on their colors. You would think the male would be blue and the female would be pink, especially in like the late 90s, right? But no, it's not the case. So for years, that really threw me off in Pokemon Stadium and some of the later games. We're gonna switch out, because we're getting our ass kicked. We are getting our ass firmly handed to us. Oh, let's send out this Caterpie. Maybe you can get us a win. Maybe some more levels on you? Yeah, why not? Hit him with the tackle. Just shy, hey? Do it again. For a Caterpillar, I don't know how you're outspeeding that thing, but I'll take it. Caterpie gained 8 experience points. Sweet. You'll love to see it. Let me go into my Pokemon here, and I might switch... No, actually, we're gonna leave Obelisk in the front. I want him to get the levels, so I might just swap out right away if we get into a fight. But I want him to be included in the experience sharing. And hey, we got a new Pokemon! A wild Spearow appeared. Oh, it was Spearow that attacked Ash at the start, not Pidgey.
Spearow, the tiny bird Pokemon. Number 21 in the Pokedex. Spearow is the more offensive of Kanto's 2 starting bird Pokemon.
Definitely, Spearow looks cooler than Pidgey, he acts a little cooler than Pidgey, and he's a little stronger than Pidgey, and he gets better moves than Pidgey. If you're gonna pick one or the other, I'd recommend Spearow. I like him and his evolution better. But, you know, pick your poison. Both are normal flying types and pretty respectable either way.
Look at that pose. Like it's trying to show off its jawline or something.
Yeah, no kidding. It's got the Nancy Wheeler jawline going on in that thing. That's just me on Instagram, actually.
Is this hot? Is this hot? Is my jawline sharp enough? Put a filter on that shit. Yeah.
Now, Spearow is a Pokemon I have used in my Fire Red playthroughs before, and I really liked it. It's fast, it's a little bit more offensive than Pidgey. It also just got decent moves. Like, it got Aerial Ace pretty early, if I remember correctly, and yeah, it served me well. Okay, how long are we gonna be trapped in this little patch of grass? Because I'd like to move on, please. Mankey, the gerbil-looking Pokemon.
Sure, why not? Mankey, the gerbil-looking Pokemon. Number 56 in the Pokédex. Mankey is the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail.
His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt.
Wait, wrong monkey. Mankey is a quick physical attacker with an impressive attack stat.
I have always thought Mankey kind of looks like a gerbil, but it's not a gerbil, it's the pig monkey Pokemon. I like him. I think he's alright. He's not my favorite fighting type in the world, but you can get him pretty early on, and I would highly suggest catching it going forward into Pewter City, because it's going to do you a lot of favors going into Brock's gym, and you don't have a lot of great options at this point of the game for that first gym. So, at this time, even if you're not going to use him for the rest of the game, Mankey is a solid choice. And even if you do use him for the rest of the game, I mean, look at those stats. He's fast, and he's got some serious physical attack, especially for this early. And that's another Pokemon in the Pokedex. At the very least, we are filling this thing out at breakneck speeds this episode, so I can appreciate that. Mankey's one of those Pokemon I don't appreciate enough either. I think he would be a good Pokemon to use, and I don't hate his design, but it's never been my favorite fighting type. So, okay, so we're gonna head down the green brick road here. First, I'm gonna check if I want to rotate anybody here. No, I still want Obelisk in the front, so we can get some experience even if he can't fight. And who do we have here?
Hey, Brandon, you're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it. You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger?
Yeah, they got stronger. I'm gonna kick your ass with a level 2 Nidoran. What are you gonna do about it, pal? Gary wants to fight. Yeah, well, Brandon wants to kill. So, bring it on, Gary. Alright, so he got a Spearow. I bet he just caught this thing 20 seconds ago in the patch of grass we were just stuck in. This thing is level 9 against our level 2 Nidoran. So, Obelisk, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you're gonna fare well in this fight. Especially... Ow! Ow! Especially if it's using Peck. Okay. Alright, you got your experience. You're in there. That's good. Let's send out Watt and send this thing to the Shadow Realm, shall we? It's gonna use Leer, which is gonna lower our defense. I can live with that. One Thunder Shock, and I feel like we can take this thing down, potentially. It is level 9, mind you. But, no. You're nothing critical, super effective. You're done. You're done. Gary, retire. Retire now and save yourself the embarrassment. That's what we want to see. Obelisk growing to level 4. Watt getting some XP as well. Love to see it, love to see it. And here comes his Eevee. Our second fight with Eevee, and mind you, we're at a 0-1 batting average with this guy, so we cannot lose this fight. That would be mucho embarazo. Yeah, I know Spanish. You're impressed. And we paralyzed it. Beautiful.
If I could catch this thing, if I could steal his Eevee right now with a Pokeball, I would. Oh, I would, and I would enjoy it. I'd enjoy every second of it.
But we can't. So we're gonna give you, I guess, let's take 3 Thunder Shocks here. Yeah. Him with another Thunder Shock. I feel like we can survive this. Another critical. Man, did they up Pikachu's critical hit ratio in this game? I wouldn't be surprised. It's nothing I'm aware of. It could be deep in the code, and I've never known about it, but... Like, look at that. Another critical. That's unreal. Brandon defeated Gary. Get used to it, pal. The first of many.
You just lucked out.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's skill. It's pure, raw, unadulterated skill.
Iron Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on.
Yeah, get out of here. Walk away. Walk away. Yeah, you better run. How do you feel about that fight, Pikachu? Yeah, he's ecstatic. Finally, that's what I want to see. That's how I know you're the Pokemon for me. You also hate Gary. Okay, so over here, if we jump off this ledge, that will take us to the entrance to the Pokemon League. We are not going to bother, because he is right. If we go over there, they're going to tell us we ain't good enough. We are not cool enough to hang out at their Pink Pony Club, so... We're going to head back to Viridian, and finally get to Pewter City. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you all who you think the most underrated Pokemon in Gen 1 is. It's a bit of a tough question. I know my answer, but I'm tempted to keep that a secret because I want to use it on my team. I will give you a hint, though, and tell you it's not a weak Pokemon. It's not like people haven't used it before. Myself, I've never used it, even though I've thought it was cool as hell ever since I was a kid. But please, let me know. Who do you think the most underrated Pokemon in Gen 1 is? Alright, back in Viridian Forest. I don't think we ever went left the last time we were over here, so I'm gonna check out if we missed anything over here. Good chance we might have missed some items or something. Oh, and yeah, look at that. Free Pokeball for our efforts. I appreciate that, thank you. Keeping Obelisk at the front of the party for all these fights in Viridian Forest. I would love to get through here. Goddamn Caterpiece. I'd like to get through here with him at level 10 by the time we're done. Hi, do you have a Pikachu? Yeah. Hey, dude, you like him? You want to pet him? Well, you can't. Lass wants to. Oh, look at her. Okay, maybe you can. Maybe I was a little hasty. Yeah, go ahead, pet him. Oh, but we have another Nidoran. A Nidoran trainer. Why not? I appreciate that she has anything other than a Caterpie and a Metapod. So, you know what? Respect the lass. Respect her. Okay, let's see. I mean, we lost the Battle of the Sexes last time, so I might swap in Watt here. Obelisk can get his level, his experience, I mean. And we'll get Watt to finish this thing off. I'm excited to properly level up our Obelisk and get him into a state where he can stand on his own in a fight. Right now, only knowing Tackle and Leer, that's, yeah, not doing us any favors. We need something a little bit more chutzpah. Speaking of which, Obelisk grew level 6. You'll love to see it. Watt's getting 36 experience. Wicked. And level 11. Hey. Trying to learn Quick Attack. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that any day of the week.
Quick Attack is a normal type move that lets your Pokemon strike first in battle, regardless of speed.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get rid of Growl or Tail Whip. Probably Growl. I think I prefer Tail Whip, to be honest. Yeah, let's do Growl. I don't know too many situations where physical attack is that helpful for us. We are a special sweeper, so. Boom! Watt forgot Growl and learned Quick Attack, which is a physical move, but I don't know. For now, that'll probably be nice to have. Anyway, back to the fight here. I'm gonna send out Caterpie, and then I might immediately swap him out, just so we can get a little bit of experience from this fight. We're taking on a Nidoran male. Should we send out our Nidoran male to take it down? Obelisk, maybe? Or Pidgey. How about Pidgey? Let's do Pidgey. I know we just got him, but Obelisk is not living up to what he's named after. Obelisk, the Tormentor. I want to see some tormenting. And not to me. The only torment I'm feeling is how weak you are in battle. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll nurture him and love him. Love him and squeeze him and call him George. And call him Obelisk. I got a critical on me. Rude. Okay, one more gust. That'll take you down. We can move on from last. I don't think she's very interested in me. So you know what? I'm not interested in her. It's 37 XP, 37 for Caterpie. Grew to level 4. Perfect. And that'll do it for that fight. You'll have to see it.
Oh no, really?
We are on our way through Viridian. I'm going to run into a Caterpie. Oh, is it a Caterpie? No! Whoa! A Pidgeotto! A Pidgeotto? In Viridian Forest? Isn't that like a 1% encounter rate? No way! That's sick!
Pidgeotto, the bird Pokemon. Number 16 in the Pokédex, Pidgeotto is the evolved form of Pidgey. Essentially, a little stronger, a little bigger, and a little more annoying to catch in the wild.
Super cool we found one here in Viridian Forest, but it's not that worth getting excited over. It has a 1% encounter rate here, but as you can see, you're going to be finding Pidgeottos all across Kanto. It's really not that special. It's the second form of Pidgey's evolution. Pretty much everything I said about Pidgey applies here. A little stronger, a little bigger, a little cooler looking. Who doesn't like Pidgeotto? It's actually what Ash caught first after Caterpie in the anime. Not Pidgey. Pidgeotto. Skipped right over Pidgey. Poor thing. Alright, Obelisk got to be in the fight, so we'll get some experience. We're gonna switch out to Watt here. This Pidgeotto is using the old sand attack maneuver. Classic strat, lower my accuracy so I can't deck you in the face. I get it. I get it, you know what you're doing, Pidgeotto, but that paralysis is gonna slow you right down, so that's fantastic. I'm just gonna kill it. So Pidgeotto, rare for this area, which is pretty cool, but they are all over Kanto very shortly after this, so yeah. Obelisk grew to level 8, still have to see it. Boom! Obelisk learned Horn Attack. We needed that.
Horn Attack is a straightforward, normal-type move that deals damage by jabbing the opponent with a sharp horn. I feel like you could have figured that out on your own.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that one's a little self-explanatory. Sure. We're gonna level up a little more as we go through Viridian Forest, and we'll meet you at the end of it when we're through by Pewter City. Alright, another fight or two. Obelisk grew to level 10, and we're finally at the end of Viridian Forest. Man, what a trek. How do you feel, Pikachu? Still good. Ripping and raring to go. That's what I like to see. Hello, old man. Speak to me. How are you?
Have you noticed the bushes on the roadside? They can be cut down by a special Pokemon move.
Oh, can they now? What about a chainsaw? Would a chainsaw work? I feel like a chainsaw would work. This guy's just telling us that there's many different Pokemon in many different places. Thank you for the update. Back on the latter half of Route 2. The same Pokemon will be in this patch of grass that were in the other patch of grass before Viridian. And just like that, we've made it to Pewter City, which has never felt like a city to me, even in the anime. It kind of looks like a town, you know? I'll give it this, though. It is sure gray like a city. A modern, gray, lifeless town with no whimsy, no creativity. I hate modern architecture. Everything's white and gray, and it really bums me out. But I think that's gonna be where we end it today. We made it to a new city. We are just before the first Pokemon gym of the game, taking on Brock next time on Pokemon Yellow. Get excited. I want to thank Deep Purple Gaming and Low for subscribing to the channel since last episode. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Pokemon Yellow. We will be back at it again next time when we take on Brock in Pewter City.